Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will learn basics of inventory management. So, before going to inventory management, we should know what are the main tasks in inventory management. The main task of inventory management are: first is to manage the material stocks by quantity and value. Second, to plan, post and verify all goods movements. And third one, to carry out the physical inventory. So these are the three main tasks of the inventory management. Next, how the inventory management is done, or it is uh, posted in SAP system. There is a transaction code which is called MIGO, and this is the transaction code we are going to post the goods movements in SAP system. So what are the that goods movement we are going to post using the MIGO transaction code? The most common, we are using it to post the goods receipt for purchase order, or for production order, or without any reference also we can post. Then we post the goods issues to issue the materials for our own consumption or against any delivery for shipping to customer, which is a normally which will be outbound delivery. Then we also do stock transfer, in which material is removed from a particular storage location and placed into another storage location. Stock transfers can also take place within the same plant and between two different plants. Then we also do transfer posting. So what is a transfer posting? It is a transfer posting is done to transfer the stock from one stock type to another stock type. For example, transferring the quality inspection stock to unrestricted stock. Then once we do the goods movement using the transaction code WIGO, some documents are generated. Okay. So first thing we should know is we can enter a goods movement with or without a reference document. Okay, reference document is like a purchase order, production order. Okay, even we can post without any reference document also. So when we post the goods movement, it will create a material document and a accounting document. So hence the system will update the stock quantities and values in the material master record. So it will update the stock quantity and value, both quantity and value of the material in the material master record. For example, let me take you to the material master record here, MM03. Let us go to one material, R-10008. I will take you to the accounting one view for plant 9110. Here, if we go to the accounting one view, we can see that the moving average price is 40 rupees and the total stock is 10. And the total value of the materials, or the total value of the stock, is 400 rupees. 10 into 40. So that is the meaning of, right? It will update the stock quantities and values in the material master record. So whenever we receive any quantity of a material against any purchase order, then once we post a goods receipt, you will be able to see the quantity of the material as well as value of the material in the accounting one view of the material master record. Okay. The second thing is goods movement transaction, MIGO. So, how does this MIGO transaction code look like? Okay, if you go to the MIGO transaction code, this is the screen what we see. It has a overview tree in the left side. Then it has a header data. It has item overview and also item detail data. And on the top of it, we can see some buttons like hide overview, then held, check, post, help, and then that is the transaction what we are going to post, then reference, with reference to what document type, okay, then movement type, okay, search, all these things we will be able to see in the MIGO transaction code. Let me take you to the SAP screen and let us go to the MIGO transaction code. let me go to let me open one MIGO transaction code here. So MIGO here, MIGO. Okay. So here, as soon as we go to MIGO, what we can see, the one of the important thing what we can see is the show overview. Okay. So if I click this one, the overview column, shows up here. So here we will be able to see the list of the purchase orders, reservations, material documents, held data documents, and all this one. Okay. And here, as I just showed you here, in the top here, we can see, hide overview. If you want to hide overview, click here. The overview, see, overview will be hidden. Again, if you want to see overview, click on show overview like this. And here we have a button like restart, hold, check, post. Okay. Then this check and post buttons, right? They will be activated once we input some reference document number here. Okay. And also we can see here, this is the uh, type of transaction, what we want to post, like we want to post a goods receipt, or we want to post the goods issue, or we want to post subsequent delivery, subsequent adjustment, transfer posting. So many things are there. Okay. So here, as you can see here in this screen, this is the transaction and also reference. So here, this is the transaction, what we want to, we can select the transaction, what we want to post in the MIGO transaction code, and with reference to what document. For example, I want to post a goods receipt. Okay. With reference to purchase order, what I will do, I will input the purchase order number. For example, I want to post goods receipt for a purchase order ending with 17508. Okay. Then I will press enter. Okay. Then the system will capture all the data of the material, quantity, okay, the plant for which, we are going to, that is, procure the material, storage location, everything it will capture. Okay. So here, see here, what you see here is the header data. So like, we can see here the document date, posting date. Okay. So delivery note number. So delivery note number is, so that is the number, what we receive from the vendor actually. We can put anything here. Okay. So then here, so we can see, so whatever you see here in the top here. So here, the document date, posting date, delivery note number, bill of lading number, GR slip number, so vendor name. So all this is called the header data, and this is the item overview here. In the item overview, we will be able to see the material text, then the quantity, then the plant here. See, this is the plant. Then that is what is the here, the movement type we can see, storage location, all these things, we can see here in the item overview. Okay. And here, the down here, what you see here is the item detail data. So which is the item detail data? This is the one here. So here, this is the item detail data, what you can see here. In the item detail data, you can see the material number. So the material text, then quantity. This quantity is captured from the purchase order number, what we input here. Okay, quantity where here, so that is the to which plant we are going to receive the material against the purchase order. This is the plant 9110. This is our storage location. Okay, and here the moment type we can see here 101, which is the GR goods receipt. Okay, then purchase order data. Whatever the PO number we just now entered will be updated here. Okay, then partner. Okay, that is the from which vendor we are going to receive the material against this purchase order. Okay, so everything will be captured here. Here in down, this is called the item details here. Item details. If you want, we can collapse this anytime. Okay, if you want to close this item detail screen here. Again, if you want to open this, click on the detail data. Okay, header data also we can collapse. Close the header data, click on this button. Header data is collapsed. Close. Again, if you want to open, click here, open header data. Okay, so we can anytime close the header data and open the header data, close the item details and open the item details. So this is a brief about the transaction code, MIGO. Okay. And one more thing, what we had to learn here in the MIGO transaction code here is, if I go to the MIGO transaction code here, from the top, from the settings, click on default values. What is this one? Whenever, right, we are using MIGO transaction code, if we want to use, any default values, like, one storage location, plant, for example, right, normally I am going to post GR for the plant 9110. So almost, 90% of my transactions that is using MIGO are posted for this plant and this storage location. Then we can maintain these as default values. Okay, so that, whenever you go to the MIGO transaction code, the system will suggest it. Okay, so if you do not want to maintain here, just leave it. It is not required. Okay, this one. And here, these movement types, will be automatically by default from SAP. So we will keep it as it is. So whenever we try to post goods receipt for a purchase order, the movement type will be 101. Okay. Against inbound delivery also it is 101. So like this. Okay. So, whenever we are going to post, goods receipt, the standard movement type, normally we are going to use will be 101. This will be default actually. Okay. So here, apart from this one, so all the movement types will be here. So when we are going to that is post, uh, goods issue against a purchase order, we can see here 351. So many movement types are there. So we will not go into all these details here, but they normally, right, so whenever we are trying to post a goods receipt against a purchase order, right, we are going to use 101. This is already there by default. So, here, it will be, this will be already here available here. So that is, we are going to use this, movement type normally whenever we are going to post a goods receipt against a purchase order. That is about the default values here. Okay. Apart from the, if you want to, for example, when you are posting a goods receipt, you want to post it to GR block stock. Okay. Always, because, if your scenario is like that, means if you are in a production plant, so whatever the, materials you are receiving against a purchase order, you are sending it to GR block stock, because, that is that material should be inspected by some quality inspector. In that case, you make it as 103, enter. It will automatically, whenever you receive any material against purchase order, okay, in your production plant, it will automatically go to GR block stock. Okay, so like that here, we want, we can, maintain the default movement types, as we like. Okay, depending on our requirement. That is about the default values here. So this is a brief about the, that introduction to the basics of inventory management, as well as the, that is, that MIGO transaction code. And one more thing here in this MIGO transaction code, for example, here, I had entered this purchase order here, right? 17508. So here. So once after entering the input data, I will select item OK button and click on check button. Okay. So here, I will get a message document is okay. Now I have two options. I can either post this material document or I can hold this material document. Okay. Why? Because, if I am not sure of, anything, okay, in this material, because, maybe that is, I want to receive this material tomorrow or something. Okay, so somebody in the plant says, okay, don't receive it today, we will receive tomorrow, like that, due to some business requirement. In that case, what I can do, I can always, hold this document. Means it will not post the material document. In that case, what I will do, here, I will click on this hold button. When I click on the hold button, this material document, will come under the hold held data here in the overview here. See, for example, I will click on hold. See here, continue. See this. Okay, so this is the purchase order, for which I am going to hold the goods receipt. Continue. Yeah, you will get this, number here, PO number here under the held data. What is the meaning of this one? So the meaning of this one is, I have not posted the goods receipt for this purchase order, but I have kept it on hold. Okay. Now, for example, after some time, after 1 hour or after, maybe after few hours or something, I want to post a goods receipt. I can just, I will show you one thing. Save, no, go to MIGO. Here, you can always see this one here, 17508. If you want to post, that is a goods receipt for this held purchase order, just double click here. It will be automatically, capture everything in the right side. All the details are already here, everything here. Then what you do? Then just, post. See, we have posted the goods receipt for that purchase order. Okay, now if you see here, this held data is blank because that the purchase order number what you were able to see here in the held data is already cleared. Means already we have posted goods receipt for that purchase order. Okay, so these are the basics of the inventory management and about the MIGO transaction code which we are going to use whenever we are going to post any material movement. Okay, in inventory management in SAP MM. Thank you for watching my video, and soon we will see in next video with another interesting topic. Thank you.